So let's dive in. The sources we've been looking at, they really suggest we are officially past the point of treating AI as just a fancy calculator or an autocomplete feature.
Oh, absolutely. We're exploring a profound shift today, where it's not about deploying AI software anymore.
It's about building a team.
Exactly, a fully functioning virtual team of digital workers. That's really the core insight.
Okay, so our mission here is to kind of unpack that.
Right. We need to get into the architecture of this shift. How is AI now able to operate, think, and collaborate like an actual team member and not just a tool?
That's the big question, because that's where things get confusing, right? How does a piece of software suddenly get intention? How does it make decisions instead of just, running calculations?
Well, the secret sauce is what the sources are calling agentic AI.
Agentic AI.
Think of it this way. Traditional AI is like that calculator waiting for you to type in the numbers.
Right, it's passive.
Exactly. Agentic AI, though, is more like an employee with a clear job description. It's designed to self-initiate. It can set a goal, figure out the steps to get there, and then it just does it.
And it adjusts if something goes wrong.
It does. It monitors the results and course corrects. It has memory and intentionality built in.
So that immediately defines this virtual team idea. This isn't one huge monolithic AI brain running the whole show.
No, not at all. It's a collection of these specialized agentic systems. Think of them as parallel workforces. You've got one dedicated to supply chains, another handling customer support, another for marketing.
And each one has a specific role, just like a person would.
Precisely. But
Okay.
they operate 24/7.
And the capability that really unlocks all of this has to be the autonomous decision-making. I mean, we're
Right.
talking about real-time execution that used to need a whole human approval chain.
Right.
But can you give us a stronger example, something more transformative than just, say, auto-approving an invoice?
Sure. Think about real-time fraud detection. The old systems would just flag something suspicious.
And an analyst would have to look at it, which takes time.
Hours, maybe even a day. Now, an agentic AI can detect it, verify it across multiple data streams, block the transaction, and generate the compliance report, all in milliseconds.
Wow. That speed alone fundamentally changes a company's entire risk profile.
It saves millions, but that intelligence doesn't just stay put in one department.
And that's the next fascinating part, right? The cross-department collaboration. How does a digital worker break down those corporate silos that humans always struggle with?
It's because they all share a common digital environment. There's no friction. For instance, a sales AI agent sees a sudden drop in demand for a product.
Okay.
It doesn't write an email. It instantly communicates that data to the marketing AI.
Which then adjusts the ad budget and messaging on the fly. No meeting required.
Not a single one. Or imagine an HR AI instantly coordinating with a finance AI to model workforce changes based on real-time operational needs.
That sounds incredibly efficient, but it also brings up the big question I'm sure our listeners are thinking. Is this really about augmentation? Or is virtual team just a nice way of saying replacement?
That tension is definitely there in the material, but the consensus really points toward augmentation as long as the leadership is being strategic about it.
So it's about a new division of labor.
Yes, exactly. The AI agents handle the repetitive execution, the heavy data analysis, the stuff that needs constant monitoring, and that frees up human talent to focus exclusively on strategy, creativity, ethics.
And the really human stuff, like relationship building with customers and partners.
Right. So the massive benefit isn't just cutting headcount. It's about higher productivity and huge scalability without the usual costs of hiring thousands of people.
That is a massive competitive advantage.
It is. But before we wrap up, we have to acknowledge the risks. Your material is very clear on this.
Treating AI as an employee comes with employee-level problems.
And then some. You're confronting massive data privacy and security challenges, and you need incredibly robust governance. The oversight for a virtual team is far more complex than for a simple tool.
So the big takeaway here is that the organizations that are going to thrive are the ones designing their entire process around AI as a strategic virtual workforce. It's a new baseline for innovation.
It really is. And this leaves us with a really important question to consider. As these agentic AI agents become integral team members, how will the need for employee skill upgrading fundamentally change the strategic function of the HR department when their job is now managing and training both human and digital workers?